Hello and welcome back to Kitchen Tips with Spread Some Magic. Today we are on week 2 of flour, and I think we'll cover at least this section of the book with that. And the first one is, what is the difference between bleached and unbleached flour, and should I buy one over the other? We prefer unbleached, especially for baking. When flour is milled, it has a yellowish cast that some consumers find unappealing. Within a few months after milling, however, the pigments naturally whiten. Because it is expensive to naturally age flour, some producers expedite the process chemically. In flours labeled bleached, benzoyl peroxide has been used to fade the yellow color. In baking tests, bleached flour was criticized for tasting flat or having off flavors. But we didn't find any issues with the flavor of a savory sauce made with bleached flour. So it's fine to use in small amounts to thicken sauces, but avoid for baking. I hate to sift flour. Is this really necessary? Sifting does more than just get rid of lumps, and skipping this step can cause major problems down the line. I don't always sift either. Sifting not only removes lumps, but also aerates the flour so it can be incorporated more easily into batters. Oh, that makes sense. Additionally, sifted flour weighs 20 to 25% less per cup than unsifted flour, which is important for British recipes or anything actually outside of America. We found that just 1 additional ounce of flour can cause a normally moist and level cake to bake up drier and with a domed top. So if you use unsifted flour, you might be dooming your cake to failure before it even goes into the oven. If you really hate sifting, you can try whisking the flour instead. When we tested equal weights of sifted versus whisked flour in recipe, we found that both methods delivered similar results. Cakes made with sifted flour were a tad taller, but the differences were minimal. So that really comes into play when you're weighing, which here in America, most of our recipes are not done by weight. So yeah, that's it. Next is cornmeal and masa types. And so that's all we have for this week. Be sure to spread some magic wherever you are. Happy Halloween. I know it was yesterday by the time you watch this. And don't forget the clocks fall back tonight, depending on where you live. And all the good things. Happy fall.